Okay.
Let's get to the clusterfuck now. Fantastic.
All right, let me see if I can find it. All right, here we go. So we we decide to fight the color guard. All of their flags are twirling.
I forgot about that.
Sounds about right.
We end up chasing them, battling them through, and I'll spare you the blow-by-blows, but basically Gorath manages to take one of them out, Red, I believe, and Blue tries to escape through the mirror that we couldn't get through before, and we do manage to follow Blue through the mirror, and we kind of enter this weird observation chamber. Like, it's literally a weird little kind of theater setup in this room. And Blue escapes through another mirror in the back of this room, which leads to the mirror plane. We...
Sorry. I'm fixing my dice.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. Trying to figure out if we met the two chained figures in the mirror plane or in the observation room. I'm pretty sure it was in the mirror plane. Yeah.
It was in the mirror plane.
Yeah, we come across two figures chained to the wall. One is Cassius, and one is Charles. Yulia actually recognizes Charles, and he basically gives her the story that the color guard kidnapped them and took them there. They see shadows in the mirror plane. Yulia doesn't believe it's a trap because she recognizes the guy, but she tries to get him loose and hits the shackles and manages to free one of his arms. McMuffin or Malik frees the other arm, and Gorath breaks Cassius out totally by himself because of course he does. Charles is looking at the mirror, but he can't pass through. Yulia kind of guides him through and goes back to get Cassius. Tells them to get to safety. Charles says he's going to go hide with his family, ask for so-and-so. Malbray, they will hide and wait. Yulia sees that the secret place coincides with the repaired wall that we had seen behind the altar in the main chamber. Alright, so they go through the mirror, and they're now looking into a fairly large room. It sounds and smells like animals. The lights come on, and we see a whole bunch of caged animals. There's only one way to leave the area, which is stairs that lead up to a landing. Bluey, I literally put him here as Bluey, launches out at McMuffin. McMuffin grabs his slingshot and fails. This was a session marked with a lot of failures. Yulia shoots, fails, actually managed to hit herself for 6 damage, so good job, Yulia.
Sweet.
Malik tries to bite Bluey's neck. There's no blood. Gorath tries the same, just belly flops onto a table and breaks it. Blue, I use the word apparate. Blue kind of teleports and escapes through the mirror. We all give chase, and we end up in a room with Blue, Charles, and Cassius. And that is where we left off.
Were you guys still in the...
I thought we had gone through the mirror and were like on the other side of the mirror in the mirror plane.
I think we were. Yeah.
Did we end up in the mirror plane where Blue, Charles, and Cassius are standing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's. I might not have communicated that, but yes, that's where we are.
Good.
All right.
Yeah, cool. So you guys, I think, just based on that whole episode, you guys probably would have like Scooby-Doo ganged all four together, kind of like falling into the mirror plane. And yeah, and then you realize you're not alone. It's that classic, like almost like you look back and there's 3 dudes standing next to you. Yes. Louie Bluey, our buddy, looking worse for wear, for sure. Does not look, still has gunshot wounds and various hacked things. And yeah, you see 2, they look slightly different, but similar. But like they look just like the people that you had passed through the mirrors, at least. But these ones are brandishing weapons, and both of them have like mirror knives, right? Both Charles and Cassius, as you knew them, or you know them. Yeah, and so they look, relatively vicious. They're wearing the exact same kind of attire they look like, pardon the pun, they look like mirror images of.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, we know that anyone who enters the mirror plane gets a sort of mirror doppelganger. Mm-hmm. So, do we get the impression that these are doppelgangers?
That's a hard question to answer. Do you?
Oi, are you guys doppelgangers?
Do they look like us?
They don't look like you. They look like Charles and Cassius, the two people you let go and took back out. Yeah, freed, who could not pass through the mirror plane. They were stuck there. But you guys found a way to break them through. And you clearly learned a new thing that you don't know the extent of it, but you can help, you can pass people through the mirror plane that otherwise can't get through.
This could be a very good thing or a terrible thing. Just absolutely terrible.
Yeah, and you're not sure which you're looking at right now. Mm-hmm. So you guys tell me, I mean, you probably didn't notice. Do you notice something different from them? It's really hard to say. Like you didn't see them holding these weird mirror-y weapons before,
right?
I'm not sure if you noticed if they had weapons on them at the time or not. It's possible they did. But
total assumption that if they were chained to a wall, they would probably have disarmed. That's just an assumption on my part, though.
That is fair. Okay, so that'll be canon. So they were not armed. These ones are.
Okay.
And they have a similar property to to Bluey and Reddy's mirror swords, but these are just more like longish daggers, but in a similar they have that mirror vibe to them. So when they're brandishing them, you can kind of see your face in them or whatever.
Okay.
I would assume, you guys tell me who's where, or who. I can't recall who went through back through first, but I'd assume you guys are all kind of what's that? It probably was you. It probably was Gorath.
Probably Gorath.
So I
don't know. I figure we probably all entered pretty quickly after one another, so either total pile-up or, stepping out of the way.
Yeah, the kind of thing. Right, like someone's talking as you're going through nonchalantly, and the other one's already through and notice, and you're like, oops, we're not alone, kind of thing, right? Oh, hello, Bluey. We're that part where we were trying to kill you? Sorry about that. That kind of thing. So Malik is there, of course. You guys, Yuli, you had been down to 12 hit points, I think. McMuffin down.
I believe so. Yep.
McMuffin down to 9.
Yeah, I think McMuffin has 5. I broke 5.
Oh, all right. I had that wrong.
Gorath is still in perfect health.
Yeah.
God bless you, huh?
Exactly. And Malik took some damage as well.
Oh, I have 9. I have 9. Sorry, I misread. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I had written.
But question before we begin: if our characters lose all our hit points, do we just die?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. But
it's kind of ironic.
It's complicated.
It's ironic that you would ask that since you've done it a number of times.
I know. Several times. But this might be the time where I actually do die.
Right.
not like
I mean-
plot reasons.
Specifically, you did die multiple times. But
I did.
Yes, you did. Well, I mean, you definitely
Oh, yeah.
did. And what happened?
Oh yeah, I mean, if we're not counting the fallen cleric, I mean, I have hit like 0 hit points. I know before.
Yep.
Just
I feel like those were like I don't know. I feel like I had plot armor.
you just met Death's, assistant and got your punch card stamped and got sent back after you traded something.
Although, specifically, McMuffin, you did die, and you did meet Death, actual Death, not his assistant. So that might be exactly what you could expect from if you hit 0 again.
Fair enough.
It's like-
we'll figure it out when we get this started.
Yeah. Let's
I
hope
mean,
you don't.
Yulia, while everyone is kind of bunched up, Yulia can certainly attempt to heal McMuffin.
Cool.
All right. And like I ask every single time this comes up, how do we do that exactly?
I think this would be the battle version where you can just you have to touch them, and this isn't the same deal where like cure is it's hard, you can't really miss where you get advantage, but this would be just more like roll your thing. 2d6. I would say plus wisdom. Let's do that because this is
did you
wisdom.
say,
huh?
2d6 or 1d6?
2d6 plus wisdom, just like a normal wisdom roll, really, for you.
All right. 9.
9.
Take 9.
Wow, not bad. So that one was
That one. God.
And then I think you'd roll 1d6 plus level for the heal.
We are at level 4 still?
You are 5, I believe.
5.
5? Okay.
Nice.
11.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, indeed.
Let's go.
Muffin is 20. Cool.
Sweet.
You notice that Malik, who took a bit of damage from a weird mirror blast from the dude, and then was cooking in the sun a little bit. You notice, like, he's fine again, weirdly. Vampires. Who knew?
Vampires.
Yeah. Or at least he looks
Yeah.
fine.
I wouldn't try to use heal on a vampire. I feel like they would take damage from healing magic.
Yeah, especially because for cure at least you use holy water, so that would probably be bad.
Mm-hmm. Probably would.
Cool. So in my mind, Yulia's just like, you guys kind of come out and bump into Gorath, like probably not paying that much attention, but Gorath is like staring these guys in the face. You bump into them, you notice, and you grab. I can see Yulia just like grabbing McMuffin, just like almost out of a reaction, and doing this heal and be like, oh, well, I just touched him, might as well heal him. Done.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. A little, light from above that burns Malik to the ground. It's terrible. Cool. But yeah, so now you guys are just kind of like, 5 feet from bad guys. What do you want to do?
Okay.
Sick of Gorath.
Ask if they're Doppler Genjis.
Yes. And let's see. Let's find out. Diafate. Okay. Ooh, that's not good. They are actually taken by surprise by that. Like they just thought you were going to attack them, and they kind of look at each other, puzzled, and then they kind of look at Bluey, and Bluey essentially shoots them a like evil eye look and smacks them up beside the head, kind of thing.
Nice. McMuffin's sort of going to ready his slingshot. He's going to say, "Do we really need to do this? Can we just like talk this out, please?" And he's more so saying it for himself rather than for them. Mm-hmm. Maybe. But he's going to like just ask that.
Okay. What roll me some charisma. I know you have some. Charisma.
Finally, a stat I have a +2 in.
Do it.
No!
Oh! Well,
Why do I even bother rolling anymore? Yo.
Well, I mean, so one of them kind of like lowers his sword. I'm going to say it would be Charles. No, it would not be
good.
Charles. It'd be Cassius. Cassius lowers his sword just a little bit, and the other two.
Muffin starts smiling.
Right, and the other one, Charles, hacks at you. Oh no!
oh God.
My first roll was a crit. Nice.
Oh my
Wait,
goodness.
he did what? He axes me?
Yeah. He attacks you.
goodness.
Luckily, I didn't roll good on the damage, but it's you're sorry, Matt.
How much damage? Just tell me already. Gosh.
It's 12.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I just got it. I'm now at a deficit. I used to have no. Oh my god, I have 8 HP now.
Oh my God.
Well, I critted on my first roll. I'm sorry, but you would have died. That's good.
God.
I can't believe I totally think that's funny. Sorry.
You just see McMuffin just get hit, and he just sort of falls to the ground. And you see him like start like a little bit crying.
Oh my
'cause
gosh.
He's like annoyed. Sucks. Everything sucks. I want to go home.
The mirror plane has not been kind to you. Let's just say that.
12. All right. Yulia takes the moment where Charles is distracted and, just completely axing McMuffin and shoots. Rolls a 12. So I think pistol is 1d6 plus 1 damage. Am I wrong?
I think that's right. I got it right here. You are, because you have a pistol, right?
Don't we do 2d6 now?
I believe you do. You do
Yeah.
2d6. I'm just trying to find, because they hide the guns. It's a normal. It's like a short bow, isn't it? Light weapons, dagger, swords, and hand axes. I know it's in here. Polar arms.
Let's see.
Pistols. It's a bow. Yeah, so 2d6 plus 1.
All right. 11.
Sweet. Cool. And so Charles is like, yeah. He gives you a look like, oh, but I thought we were friends.
Muffin's gonna say, then stop hitting them.
You can't axe my party members and then expect me not to shoot you. I'm sorry.
Totally. Cool. I'm doing some math. I'm so bad at math. Why am I so bad at math? Cool. I'm fixing this 1 sec. Cool. Okay. 1 more second. Yes is okay. Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, and he kind of flies back. You shoot him. Where do you shoot him, Yulia?
I would imagine she's going for like the largest, easiest to hit area and chest,
Oh yeah, there you go. Cool. He takes one in the chest, and I'm gonna say like that was a nice roll. So like you can see through him now. Like there's like literally a hole, and like yeah, like some of the light is coming through from the other side, even though it's gray.
The
light.
mirror plane becomes him.
Yes, exactly.
Anybody get that? Okay, good.
I do. Yes.
Quiet you.
I love.
I'll
that
be quiet.
movie.
My 8 HP.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I think when you have HP, you have to be quiet or you'll bleed to death. Cool, Gorath. You do.
Yeah, Gorath is not doesn't want to let fucking Bluey continue to get away.
Yeah.
So Gorath is just going to blow past Charles and just launch right into Bluey.
Sweet.
And let's see, 2d6 is 3, and then the strength is 3, so 2d6 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's my 2 hit.
Sweet. Nice.
Yeah,
Tell
my
me,
damage. Yeah.
it's not the greatest roll, but
No.
But how would you like to kill him?
Just a a sideways slash, just aiming to Darth Maul him.
Oh, cool. And so you do, yeah. You cut him in two, and he does that same thing where he laughs, and then his torso falls off of his legs, and hold on, I'm gonna.
Oh dear.
The other two take like one step back.
And Gorath will just turn and be like, "Drop your blades, or you get the same thing."
McMuffin's going to say, "Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
saying."
exactly.
Cool.
He says as he's wiping tears from his eyes. That's what I was saying exactly.
Do you want me to roll charisma,
Yes.
which is just straight 2d6? Because I would imagine
I swear, if you get a higher
Like one
roll
of
than I
those-
do, I'm going to
It's gonna be
downside of
terrible.
charisma, because it's I'm a imposing figure, but
I know, it's a shame that there isn't like a separate intimidation roll that uses attack.
True.
I swear to God, this is literal bullshit. How did you get an 8? I got a 7, and I have literally advantage and a skill for freaking
I feel your pain,
Skill,
McMuffin.
charisma?
I think so. I have leadership, but I'm not sure if it's really effective in most situations.
Oh well, that makes it different, actually.
Well, yeah, I mean, does leadership
does.
apply to the party only, or does it apply charisma?
I feel like it applies. I have lucky, skirmish. Lucky. I think I can reroll rolls. I have really
yeah.
gotta actually better.
Yeah, what's lucky?
Why didn't I
What's
think
lucky
about
do?
that? Oh my God.
It's
I
true.
gotta actually look at my rolls.
You guys should be looking at your sheet before you go, because you haven't
I'm
used
winging
some
it.
of your things for quite a while.
I have
either.
what?
You have some.
I have
skills.
cure, I have vision, I have bless, I have decipher, heal, and lore.
Vision's pretty cool. When's the last time you used vision?
Good question. A long ass
Skirmish,
time
1
ago.
plus damage and worn armor counts as 1 type lighter. So I just haven't been using I just haven't been using my skills.
And
Too much
and,
fun and not enough actually paying attention.
And Gorath, you have a skull cap we haven't seen for a while.
Oh
That is true, but it did blind him last time.
I mean, yes, it did.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was super fun.
Which totally wasn't my fault. Not at all. It was something else.
I mean,
I hope you have the rules for the skull cap, because I no
I
longer
do. I do.
Okay.
Because I was very excited if you were ever going to use that again.
I feel like I'm gonna get diagnosed with PTSD, and Brian's laugh is going to be the trigger.
It's entirely possible. Because yes, those are some of my favorite things. I love that.
I don't even see leadership described in the rule summary.
Yeah, I don't see any of them described, which is what I'm trying to figure out. Now that I look at it, I know I have my skills of leadership, and I think I have stealth. I have leadership and stealth. And I got leadership at level 1 and stealth at level 3, but they don't really describe what those do. They just
No,
sort of
they
say,
don't.
here you got them.
Well, there you go.
Hilariously, the
like-
rules don't describe anything. So if you
Yeah.
wanted to use leadership, maybe think about how would that work?
Okay. I'll put it some thought later.
Yeah,
But
yeah, no doubt. Like that's what I did. I mean, if you remember, like, first time Yulia's like, how do I cure somebody? And that's, sadly, we have to remember the rules every time. But,
Yep.
but like, that's
How
what
do
we
we cure
discussed.
somebody in Gorath was like, I'm going to come up with some really over-the-top rule, because I'm good at that.
Yeah.
I feel like we should put the rules of like what we create in the Howdy channel.
Okay.
Or like pin it somewhere in there.
Yeah, we do have a document, but I think it does need to be pinned.
It is pinned, or was pinned.
Where?
I
Yeah.
found it. It's
Yeah,
from
in
March
words.
15th. Wow.
Yep.
March 15th. God damn.
I know, we've
Must
been
be my
playing
birthday.
forever.
Anyway,
It's pinned?
Oh,
I
wow.
can't find it.
It just
You
hit
have to scroll down.
Let me send
So
it.
You hit the pin message, and then you scroll down, and then World of Dungeon rules.
Yep.
I still say it should be put in Howdy, just for easier access, because that channel hasn't been touched in
Smaller, yeah.
January.
Okay. Yeah,
Maybe
that's
we
fine.
can just create a different channel that says rules or whatever, so that
Sure.
we can. Yeah.
Let's see.
Because, yeah, every single time I try to cure somebody, I'm like, okay, how do we do this again? Oh, how does this work exactly?
Let's do this. How about that? Now there's a rules channel.
Alrighty. Now we can ignore that too.
Yeah. So
Nice. It's all coming together now.
we will let's talk about this after the break, like, and we'll figure it out.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Gorath, you are reasonably intimidating to these guys. They look at each other, and they look back at you, and I don't know that they actually snap their fingers, but in a snap of their fingers, poof, they disappear, and they reappear behind you, all of you guys, right next to the mirror, which you've seen Bluey do as well. And then they step through the mirror, and they're gone.
I swear to effing God.
Oh, we're going after them. Why did it keep running away?
Well, Malik, shall we? You can come too, Yulia.
These
What
are
about me?
these are the most annoying boss fights. My goodness.
I suppose you can come too, McMuffin.
I mean, McMuffin has more. Well, no, he used to have more health than I did. Now he has less health again. Never
You
mind.
just see him like sort of like stumbling around. You see like a gashing open wound, and I feel like Birdie's just sort of like looking at him, and like he occasionally like licks his wound.
Yeah, I would say he's literally licking the blood off your wound, for sure.
I feel like
Ow.
Birdie should have some unholy power, like just heals through the satanic magic he's possessed by.
Cauterizes your wound.
Yep,
Yeah, I think
that would actually be weirdly appropriate.
And while he's licking the blood off your wound, McMuffin, you notice he's grown a third eye.
Oh God.
Oh, but Birdie, can you see through that third eye?
And he kind of bites
Wait,
your
where
wound
did he
a
grow
little
the
bit.
eye?
Where is the eye?
It's in the middle. It's like on the top of his head. So he has, bird eyes and then top of his head eye. Just like, yeah.
Great.
Like the
This is
three-eyed
getting better
raven.
and better.
Yeah, it's great.
Yep.
It's probably
We're
nothing.
gonna need like a fucking picture of this bird at this point.
Right.
You're gonna have to put your art skills.
Yeah,
to
we need a
the test.
picture.
The three-eyed toucan.
I have no art
Yep.
skills.
Three-eyed demonic
Three-eyed toucan.
toucan.
With horns, extra claws. He's molted most of it. A lot of his feathers are gone. He's like turned black. It's
I
fantastic.
feel like Birdie would be a great mascot for this just entire game session. Like, how would you describe your game session in one picture? And it would be a three-eyed toucan with horns belching fire.
Yep.
Honestly,
That's
if this ever does become a podcast, that needs to be like the logo.
There you go.
The Crazy Toucan Podcast.
Yep.
See, I'm a graphic designer.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Oh God.
I love it.
Okay, well, I guess we're running after them. Now, this is the mirror that we just came out of from the observation room, so we should be able to go back into the observation room.
No,
Sure.
I think this is the mirror that goes into the witch's lair,
Correct.
quote unquote.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Quote unquote. Mm-hmm.
The one where they were chained up.
Nope. They're
No,
chained in
'cause-
the. You guys are standing. Let me refresh the memories. When you guys went through you got into the secret room, right? And there was more of a portal-looking mirror at that point. You went through there, and then you're back in the mirror plane, but this one was slightly different. It was not vast at all. It seemed like there was only a few mirrors in this little section, and this one big one.
And Bluey ran and took off to the big one that goes into this room, and we
Right.
followed him in. Where it's got the staircases going up, and then he did his little poofy magic thing and went back out, and that's when we found him just in front of the mirror where we came in with Charles and Cassius, and then Charles and Cassius did the little poofy magic thing, and they went back into the big room with the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Clear.
Yeah, perfectly clear.
Yes.
So what are you guys doing?
Gorath
I
is
assume we're
definitely-
following them.
Yep.
Okay.
Going, facing.
So is it the Scooby Gang push through the mirror thing again?
We need to get that sound effect.
Exactly. Let me see. Oh yeah, Diafate loves this. So you guys don't fall over or anything. You kind of like go as one mob through the mirror. Probably someone's like Gorath's shoulders and Malik's shoulders. Like they have to like, oh, you go first, kind of thing. Cool. So you're back in the thing again. So what we're looking at here, you're looking at this kind of vast. You can tell it's slightly dilapidated. Out like like it looks like a dilapidated like great room of sorts. Like it used to be fancy, but now it's kind of gross fancy. That's great. I like the tongue.
Perfect. I was looking for that McMuffin.
Like it's dirty. It smells like animals. There's a huge chandelier. You can tell it used to be super fancy, but now it's like the dregs. And there's water damage, mold, that kind of thing, dirt and just shit everywhere. You guys remembered. And it's hard to miss some of them. There's a bunch of cages in this place full of various animals that you didn't really look at before, but you can hear them. There's that classic like screech of maybe like birds and monkeys and whatever, that kind of thing. There's a great staircase that used to be great. Now it's kind of crumbling. That goes up to what you guys know as kind of a loft. Looks like that might be the sleeping quarters or whatever. There was a huge cauldron. There is now there was a large table that is now in splinters after somebody did a belly flop on it. And it strikes you as like, yeah, there's definitely bottles and jars and papers and knickknacks, just a bunch of shit in here. It looks like a hoarder, right? That's kind of the vibe. That's what you're looking at. And you guys are staring, like, as you come through the mirror, you're staring right to the, like, this, across. Oh, it's probably like it's fairly large, like a solid 50 feet away to the staircase, that kind of thing. Maybe a little long, maybe a little larger. But you don't see either of the mirror folk. You don't see any Chucky or Cashy. Chuck and Cash are gone. You don't see them.
Okay. Is the cauldron still around?
Yep. It definitely is.
What'd you say?
Yep.
Okay.
It's
Melfin's going to
Chuck.
From where he is. He's going to hold out a slingshot and shoot at it, and he's going to say, "I'm not getting close to that anymore because last time I got hit."
cool. Roll me some Dexy goodness. Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
Hey.
Oh, my first hit.
And you definitely hit the cauldron. Roll me some damage on that cauldron.
Nice.
The cauldron now has a little dent in it, you used one of your special stones, I imagine.
Yes.
Cool. Roll me 2d6. Let's see how many you have left. You have 11 left? Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so it explodes. There's definitely a dent in the cauldron now, which is, it didn't break it or anything, but yeah. And it does the Kong, a huge sound. But nothing appears from it.
Oh.
Yuli's rolling for something.
Yulia rolls to try to heal McMuffin back up again.
Oh, that's good. That's a good call. Cool.
So 1d6.
Yeah, because you guys...
Go ahead.
I imagine Cure... Because you're still kind of in a battle zone here. Cure... This wouldn't be Cure so much as it would be just like... This would be the heal, right?
Okay, yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, 2d6 plus 1.
2d6 plus 1.
Cool.
6.
McMuffin feels better.
Better than nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, 6 HP.
He's got the 14 HP now. Right? You had 8.
Better than 8.
Yep, totally.
Yes, I know.
Cool. I'm trying to keep track. Cool. So outside, the silence in the room. McMuffin shoots essentially the slingshot. Like Kong makes a huge loud noise.
Yulia. Okay, so Gorath will get the idea and rush the cauldron and look over the side with his sword up, ready to stab in.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And what you see is an empty cauldron. It definitely has a really funky smell. Like even to you, the smell is terrible. Like even an orc who, let's just say, might think odd things are normal. This is gross.
He's a connoisseur of funky smells.
Yeah.
This is rotten.
Yeah.
Something definitely died and dead.
Mm-hmm. And it definitely did.
Well, they're not in there, so... Upstairs, methinks.
Yeah, and
it's better than being down here.
Malik will rush to the door, kind of open the door to the outside, and just closes the door and shakes his head as he comes back. Doesn't see anything, making sure they didn't leave. Essentially.
Oh, there's a door on the bottom floor?
Yeah, there's a door to the outside on the bottom floor.
Okay,
sorry.
All right, upstairs we go, I guess.
Everyone going up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Malik would probably stay down just to make sure they don't double back.
It's a good idea.
Good thinking.
Yeah, and because he could jump up there, probably he could probably jump up to that loft quickly. Cool. How do you want to go up the stairs? Quick or slow?
Depends on how sturdy the stairs are.
The
You said they were basically falling apart.
Yeah, they're just like crumbly, but they're made out of like it used to be like marble, right? So they're solid still. They're just like they don't look shiny anymore. They're dirty.
I mean, are the stairs moving? Has there been anything that's been shaken loose recently? Like if somebody else was running up the stairs?
Oh, I see. Like if someone had done a belly flop onto a table. I mean, it's really hard. I mean, if someone wants to, do some survival skills or something and see if they can track anything.
Yeah.
Is that Gorath?
I can try.
That is, yeah.
Who has Garth? Do you have survival? I can't remember.
I do.
Well, there you go.
Oh, we forget.
What is just 2d6?
Isn't this one of your skills? Wouldn't you do?
Yeah,
3d6.
3d6.
Keep the top two.
Yeah, keep
3d6 and keep the top two.
Yeah, advantage on that puppy.
So
So
4,
7.
7 is not great, but you're able to see, like, you find your own prints, you find Malak's prints, and that's kind of the only trail you can see, actually.
Or either like kneel down and like grab some of the dust and like put it under his nose and then taste it, like, and then look around all like squinty eyed, like he knows what he's talking about, and then he'll just shrug at Yulia.
Tastes like
Thanks,
vampire.
Gorath.
Any luck?
Good job.
Excellent.
All right. Well, I imagine that if it's crumbly, then they'll probably be a little more careful and won't just straight up run. But yeah.
Gorath would agree. He'll take the cautious.
Are you guys going up? I'm imagining like in triangle form, maybe Gorath in the center and then wings behind him of Julia
Sure.
and McMuffin, maybe? Or
Yeah.
that seems the most logical.
Works for me.
Okay. Are you doing the like walk up until your like eyes are just at floor level up there, kind of thing?
Oh yeah.
Got it. Cool. So you guys are quietly. You're probably all very quiet now. Just trying to listen. Everyone's very quiet. Malak is like silent because vampires can do that, I suppose. You guys are tippy toeing. Let's see. Actually, why don't you roll me some stealth, McMuffin?
What would we roll for stealth?
Stealth, I
can
believe,
do
would be
that.
Dex, actually, wouldn't it? I would think
would
Dex.
think
Yeah,
so.
I have my skill, actually. One of my skills is stealth anyway,
Nice.
so
Yeah, totally. Let's
I
do
suppose
it.
I would get, I don't know, advantage or something like that?
Yeah, 3d6.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
All right. With my +2 or no?
With your dex?
That's a good question. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. So you got 9.
10, 11.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
would be 11.
9, 10, 11. You're right. My math is terrible.
Okay.
Cool. So, yeah, like, I'm going to say Gorath probably, you can hear him crunching on, like, like little, at each step is a little crunchy, but McMuffin, yours is perfectly quiet. But I'm going to say, like, you were, like, rolling kind of for the group at that point. Like, just like Gorath would try, like, having everyone do it is a little silly at this point. But, I mean, we could do that, too, if you want. But you're definitely stealthy.
Perfect.
You guys get up. Gorath, you can see, like your eyes can see. Again, you're staring at the floor. There's like a bed. You can see under the bed, and there's a bunch of just bullshit under there. But there's nothing that you can see. Like you would be, with the view you had, if they were hiding under the bed, you would see them. They're not hiding under the bed.
These guys really piss me off.
Shh. Less talking, more bot, more.
There's no one in there that I can see. So I guess I could do the same thing that I did last time, which is check the wardrobe.
What? Don't do that.
What, you want me to just kill the wardrobe?
Is there a mirror up there?
You see no mirror up here.
I don't like this.
Well, I think McMuffin just told me to kill the wardrobe.
Leave the wardrobe alone. They have to be somewhere around here.
The wardrobe's pretty big. Certainly large enough
Open
to
the wardrobe.
hold 2 people.
Yep.
What, am I opening it or am I killing it? I need to be clear.
You can open it
You know
first.
Okay.
Oh, so don't stop.
McMuffin, do you have something you would like to suggest?
I won't lie. After getting my intestines there cut out, I'd really prefer if we stab first and then we talk to them afterwards. Preferably don't kill them, though.
Fair enough.
You think you can...
All right.
My mama taught me to protect myself, and this is where I say I protect
All
myself.
right,
Preemptive
Gorath.
strike.
Murder the wardrobe.
All right.
Gorath is like going to take a moment to think about how he wants to do it.
You mean you've never attacked a wardrobe before?
It's not my usual prey.
Just a lion and a witch. Not the wardrobe yet.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lion handles on both doors. I forgot that.
So Gorath will try and like stealth, like sneak up next to the wardrobe, and he'll take like a couple of test swings, where you like almost like swinging a bat almost. And then he'll wind up and just go like straight across the wardrobe.
Oh, like you're trying to sever it as well?
Yes.
Cool.
2d6 plus 3.
Very good. Cool. Cool. So let me think. I don't think this wardrobe had much more than 14 hit points. So I'm going to say you do slice it in half, and so cleanly, it just kind of like you can see that it's kind of off kilter, but it's now in half through the middle.
Just kind of push the top over.
Yeah, but it's still on top. It's still standing on top. That's it. But one of the half doors, the top of the left half door with the lion's head on it, swings open, and there's nothing. You see half cut in half, gross oily rags that were hanging from a hanger. Now they're half oily rags.
Gorath will just take put his hand on the top portion and just knock it over because he wants the loud noise.
Right, just with your finger, you kind of poke it.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. And you poke it, and the whole thing collapses in clouds of dust, little shards of oily rag. The witch's hat is the point of it is coming out, part of it is sticking out, and but that's all that was in there.
Well, it looks clear.
And to quite fact, it looks halfway clear. That was a joke. No?
Yulia's rolling something.
Okay, anyway, let's keep
Yulia
looking.
rolls to see where else they could have gone, if there's any trace.
Yulia always rolls before she says what she's rolling for. It's fun.
That was just a test roll.
Yep.
I would suggest with that 11, you can kind of tell you don't think they came in here. Like,
I mean,
you haven't seen them or heard them, felt them. You thought they came in here, but you now think maybe they didn't?
If they are mirror doppelgangers, then it's entirely possible that they can just sort of disappear inside the mirrors. They don't necessarily have to use them as portals. They have a little more freedom of movement than we have.
Mm-hmm.
She'll share this theory with a group.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sounds made up.
Where's your evidence for that?
I mean, they don't look like they were here at all. And
Fair enough. That's all I had to say on that.
Methinks
That's all he needed.
secret passage.
Gorath is just going to start poking pulling on random things
books.
and
Yeah.
poking stuff.
Roll me a 2d6. Just straight up.
5.
You're just poking walls. It's nice.
Poking walls.
Mm-hmm. And Malik also is kind of like just looking around, like he's like, "There's a lot of weird shit in here."
Maybe you have to pull on
What
one
is
of the
Malik
animals'
looking at?
tails.
Well, he's kind of like eyeballing the cages and the cauldron.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of potion-y looking bottles, scattered papers, various random objects, that kind of thing.
McMuffin will go over to the potions. Do they have stuff in them?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay. Muffin's gonna grab one. He's gonna open it and sniff it.
Don't drink it.
Oh my god! But his character says so. I feel like he absolutely would give it a try first.
Cool. So you just pick up a random bottle and you open it and you take a big whiff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
So
You die.
No.
Your acts of consequences.
You pick up this. It's a very weird. We'll call it I'm using air quotes, a bottle, but it's actually looks more like a. It's like a huge, like hunk of. It looks like a giant piece of salt or just like a crystal, and it's clearly hollowed out and has a cork in it, right? And you pop that open, and you can feel a little warmth from the liquid, and it's a fuchsia color.
McMuffin looks at the bottle and he sort of looks at Malik and then Gorath. He doesn't look at Yulia. And he's just going to sort of like turn away from the group and he says, it won't hurt if I take a drink while we're looking. What's the worst?
If Yulia wanted to roll to figure out if she recognized any of the potions, would that be intelligence or wisdom?
Well, I'm going to say both of you roll 2d6 and see which one. Do you drink it before Yulia can respond, or does
Yulia's going to do her
chance?
best?
Yes.
I got a 5. McMuffin got a 2.
Impossible.
Oh
no. Yulia, what would you like to do before McMuffin?
I would like to bolt over and just smack it right out of his hand. Just like blind flail.
You have to make a dex for that, please.
Yes, you do. You really do.
Right.
Roll me dex slap.
Nice.
9.
Cool. So
I have to roll against that.
no, she had the jump on you, but here's what happens. She does smack it out of your hand, but like you kind of try to fumble it, and it falls on Yulia.
Oh God!
And let's see, what was she wearing? It gets on your bandolier, and your bandolier basically disintegrates and
oh
falls
God!
apart. And your pistol falls to the floor.
Is it damaged, or is it just the bandolier?
It's just just the bandolier. The bandolier, it just
okay.
And the bandolier is probably still like functional, kind of, but like it looks like it's like 1,000 years old now. It fell kind of partially apart. The pistol falls out. I can't remember if you were wearing the brooch on the bandolier still or not.
I was not wearing the brooch on the bandolier, actually.
Okay, cool. So that happens.
Okay, does the bandolier look like it has aged, or that it has, been eaten through? Like,
it just looks.
What?
It looks terrible. Like it does look like it has. It's like it's aged. It looks like it's got holes and like slime and crap all over it. It just looks terrible. It's ugly as hell. No.
I guess my question is, does it look like the potion itself ate through it, or does it look like the potion had a magical effect which aged or I don't know, ruined it?
It did not ruin it. It's still functional, but like it had a hole big enough where like it's no longer gripping the pistol very well.
Okay.
But like it looks like a magical effect, maybe. You get the sense.
Okay.
Relax, Dave.
I'll pick up my my pistol and then point at the bandolier and like yell at McMuffin. Is this what you want happening to your insides? No, then don't freaking drink anything that you don't know what it is. And she is wagging her finger at him.
Wow, finger wag.
McMuffin sort of pouts and looks. He doesn't even say anything. He just sort of looks away and says, "Don't we gotta like someone to look for? Go do that."
It's cool, I got it.
He's still poking the walls. Can I roll another 2d6?
Absolutely. Ooh, 8. Okay. That's a tough one. Die Fate, what do you say? Oh, very happy with you. You do poke a little, like you're poking the wall, and you're like trying to turn things and like whatever. And like there was candles along the wall, right? Not candles, torches along the wall. And I bet you're trying to like, you pull the torch off the wall.
Yeah.
They're just like they all lit up last time you guys were in. You lit one and they all lit up, so the whole room is illuminated. And so it's kind of this weird magical light. You're not sure what it is, but like you pull it off the wall, and it opens a secret door to a closet.
I knew it.
He is amazed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's the potion?
What's that?
No, McGoffin, so it wasn't the potion then.
You found a secret closet. Gora.
Secret closet.
What is in the secret closet?
Well,
are you going to have a look?
Closet? Yes.
You see,
Gorath can go first.
You peek your head in, or you just kind of it was kind of like you put the torch in, probably, right? And you
Something
see
like
some,
that.
and you see some skeletons.
Skeletons in the closet.
There's other random things that but you'd have to go in and take a peek. It's a
It's a walk-in closet.
It's a fancy home. Yeah, and it was one of the just so the door was like one of those French doors like that you see in old palatial estates, that it's like the molding is built in and like you push on it and it kind of pops open.
I know what you're saying.
So it's like that. So the door is ajar. You can definitely see skeletons in the closet.
Well, it looks like there was some dead people in here from a while ago. Let's see what else.
Gorath will go into the closet.
No. I'm always here if you need anything.
Does anyone try to stop him, or are you just going to let him go there?
Gorath,
McMuffin's going to get the potion.
closet is no place to live, Gorath.
Just come out of the closet.
Yulia is torn between two different party members, each doing stupid things.
I mean, Gorath just isn't smart, so he just thinks that that's where they put the bodies to hide them.
Of course. So you go into the closet, and you're poking around, right? Like you find this. It's like this weird brass. It looks like a giant lighter almost. Like you can tell like it has like a little. It looks like a thumb thing, but like it's all made of brass, and it's like it's probably cylindrical, like a tube. It has like a fancy, weird, like it almost looks like how you would, like the cock back a old school brass gun, right? Like it's clearly like a little thumb thing. And
Okay.
it's fairly ornate. It's brass. It has like a bunch of like it almost like indentations like a golf ball would have. So it's like it's just kind of cool, and that's all you know.
Yulia, what's this thing?
Yulia, I guess, leaves McMuffin to his fate, whatever that may be, and goes and looks at what Gorath has found. Do I need to roll, again, either a wisdom or intelligence to see if I can figure out what it is?
I mean,
you have a skill. I thought you had
a lore
What
skill.
my skill is lore, decipher, and heal. So either decipher or lore. I mean,
It seems like you also need to roll like chaperone.
chaperone.
Yulia has gained chaperone skills.
Yes. After a lot of repetition, she has now gained the chaperone skill. It's nice. Yeah, let's do some lore, because like you're like, I don't know what this is, but you want to kind of investigate it. Yeah, 3d6 me.
Okay. 3d6. So that would be a 9.
Not bad. Yeah, so you can tell that this is. It looks like to operate the device. Yeah, it looks like it is like a thumb trigger. Weirdly, you don't know exactly what it does. It clearly has like a vessel. You don't know if it's just a lighter. Maybe it is. Like this would be which would be pretty fantastic, honestly. But it just has that. It's there's no lighters in this period, but like it has that look of if you could envision a medieval lighter, that's probably what it would look like, I guess.
Ye old Bic.
Exactly. Yeah, it's probably more like a cricket because For a 9, you would have like, you can definitely tell it's like a magical device. But with a 9, you don't know what it does.
Oh God!
What are you rolling?
I rolled wisdom to see to see.
3. Does that mean Gorath immediately presses it?
That's what it means. Oh, you were just gonna grab it and use it.
As Yulia's describing, it looks like this thing is like a little thumb latch that it could be magical. And like, oh, so it works like this.
Exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
and
God.
so I envision you guys are both holding it, and she's holding it, and your hand just envelops her hand, and you thumb down on that puppy, and it opens,
God.
and it makes this weird noise, and it freaks the shit out of Birdie. Birdie takes off.
Well, that's
Bye, Birdie.
what's that sound, Yulia?
He has lost.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah. Okay, so it opens and kind of makes a noise and
Yeah,
scares
it's just
the
like-
crap out of Birdie.
It's not a loud noise. The noise is just kind of like a sucking noise.
Oh, I don't like that.
Nope.
Should I get rid of it?
And it's just continuing to make the noise.
Yeah, while it's pressed down, yes.
Yeah, Gorath, stop pressing the button.
Gorath will stop pressing the button.
While that's going on,
Birdie is now
Muffin
hiding.
has just.
You don't know where Birdie is.
Aww. He'll come back eventually. He always does.
With extra body parts that he doesn't need.
Yeah, probably an extra eye on his side of his face. Anyway, Muffin's just going to start grabbing all the bottles, and he's going to put them in his bag. How many does he find?
Roll me 2d6. You find 11
11.
bottles. There's 11 bottles.
11! With liquid in it?
Oh, yeah.
McMuffin just clinks
Alright.
as he walks.
They're in various forms and like weight and size and like everything. They're not all just like vials. They're all these weird, like some are made out of like what looks like wood. Some are like weird, like in crystalline form, like the one you saw. So, various shapes. None of them look like glass tubes.
Thank you. McMuffin then proceeds to join the group. You hear him clinking a lot. He says,
Oh, yeah.
I kind of imagine he has a satchel, and in his satchel, you could just see it's like bulging a little bit too much.
Yep.
So as he walks, it just sort of like clinks and clacks.
So McMuffin is now our artificer.
Yep.
Exactly.
God bless.
And while he's carrying those, he's not super stealthy. He's going to have negative advantages still.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Clink, clunk, clunk.
If you think he's not going to roll for himself anyway, think again.
All right. I think this would be a good time to take a break. I have to use the restroom. That's why.
Cool.
That's my
Perfect.
entire reasoning. All
That
right.
is a great idea. See you in 5:10.
Yeah.
D in 510. Okay. All right. Let's see. McMuffin stuffs all of the 11 potions into his bag / pockets and
Is he sure he
Clinks
doesn't
over
want to
to
try
us.
one?
don't encourage him.
I mean,
Yulia's a
Yes.
yeah. Yulia's a-okay with taking the potions. Just don't, willy-nilly drink them. That's not a good idea. Okay, so we have our weird lighter thing. What was that, Gorath?
I was going to say, was there any immediate consequences to opening the lighter, hearing weird noise, and then closing the lighter?
Besides,
other than Birdie flying off.
yeah, besides scare the shit out of Birdie, no.
Honestly, anything that scares the shit out of Birdie at this point is probably a good thing. I don't like the trajectory that Birdie is taking. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like a holy lighter.
Birdie hasn't hurt me yet, so I think we're good.
Bronze magic lighter? Question mark? That's what
Yep.
I'm putting in my inventory.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I already put
All
the
right.
11 potions in my inventory.
Cool.
All right.
What
Is
else do you guys
there-
want to do? Yeah, let me know what you want to do.
Wow. I feel like we descend further, right? This closet, I'm assuming. If it goes any deeper.
Oh, cool. I mean,
Does
let's see.
Getting even deeper into the closet. Why
Are
are
you-
there so many closet jokes? I don't
McMuffin,
understand.
are you saying you want to go in the closet with Gorath?
Yes.
we could
Cool.
be in the closet together?
God.
Just two guys sitting in the
In the
closet.
closet.
Yep.
Hanging out.
Damn it.
Just with skeletons and all.
Yep.
Does one of you or both of you roll me 1d6?
Oh my goodness. Oh dear.
I mean,
I have nothing else to say.
in the future, you have no one to blame but yourselves.
You mean?
Both of you feel something grab your ankles.
Oh no.
I don't like.
I don't like this.
McMuffin looks at Gorf and he says, "Gorf, why are you touching my ankles?
I don't mean...
Personal space, buddy."
I don't want to alarm you, but I'm not grabbing your ankles. And there's something grabbing my own ankles.
Well, I'm not grabbing your ankles. Then who is it?
Just two grown men in a closet with skeletons grabbing their ankles.
This is the weirdest
Oh dear.
bones. Not good.
Does can Yulia see them? Like, are they still visible
Oh,
to
yeah.
her?
Yep. And you see,
Okay.
from your vantage point, two skeletons of the three skeletons just grabbed their ankles.
Oh no, I don't like this.
Deja vu. Remember skeletons?
We do remember skeletons.
This just gets better. and better.
I do not remember this, but I have a candelabra in my items list.
Wow.
When did that happen?
Yeah. I don't remember that. And
I don't remember that either.
What is a candelabra?
What is a candelabra?
A candelabra is a candlestick, but it holds many candles.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, cool. I don't remember why you would have that, but it was probably made of silver, I bet.
I would bet. And I think it might have actually been taken out of one of the mirror places.
that sounds like loot.
Yulia's gonna just freak out and grab the candelabra and whack them with it.
Okay.
I think that would be strength, which I don't get any bonus on, but
And I'm going to
2d6.
assume you're going to whack the shit out of the skeletons and not those two.
Yes, not gonna aim for Gorath and McMuffin.
I mean, I feel like
3?
we need to say that out loud.
Nice.
And in fact,
I like how we're counting here. We're counting.
So I
y'all.
guess I do hit Gorath after all.
yes, you do. I would say you hit both of them. Roll me some damage. 2d6,
Oh
please.
god. Oh god.
Yeah.
6. Wonderful.
Each of you takes
Wonderful.
3 damage.
3 damage. Okay.
Bless. Yay.
That's fucking funny. McMuffin's at 11 now. It's nice.
Yes. So at the end of this game, I'll be dead.
And I think...
what is Malik doing?
I was just going to say, I think Malik says, under his breath, but loud enough so at least one of you can hear it. It's like, do you guys mean to do this?
Out of character. We're not as incompetent as you think we are. In character. Ow!
Yakety
And he sort of looks at Gorath and says, why'd you do that? I don't think...
I think between getting hit in the back of the head by a candelabra and something grabbing at his ankles, Gorath is just going to freak out and and run out of the closet.
Give me a strength check, please.
That.
2 or 3. God, how do I keep forgetting my own stats? 3. Okay.
Oh, yeah. And I think, you break out of the skeleton's grasp easily.
What I imagined, and you can tell me whether this works, is that the skeleton manages to hang on to my ankles, but I overcome his arm strength, and I just run out of the closet, dragging a skeleton behind me.
Totally.
Yulia is rolling to dodge out of the way.
Fantastic. Excellent. And you do, and the third skeleton grabs hold of your ankle.
Yulia's?
Yep.
All right.
You jumped, but he jumped with you and grabbed you. And you pull him in your jump. So now there's a skeleton in the closet grappling, let's say, McMuffin. I would say Yulia jumped out of the way and now is in the grasp of a second skeleton, possibly, like within 5 feet of the closet. And then Gorath, you probably lurched and jumped out. You're like 10 feet out with you were attached to a skeleton. Skeleton is now on your landing, came down hard and let go of you.
Okay.
But now the skeletons are dispersed, leaving McMuffin alone in the closet with something grabbing his ankles.
Oh, no.
Possibly a skeleton.
McMuffin.
McMuffin's turn.
McMuffin's going to... He's going to try to shake the skeleton off.
Hey, pour that potion on the skeleton, the one that ruined my bandolier. My beautiful bandolier.
Do you want to pour a potion on the skeleton?
No, he's going to just try to shake it off. He cares
Cool.
too much about
He's
the
gonna.
potion.
The skeleton would just grow to like 10 times its size with our luck.
That would be awesome. It's not that I would be hoping for that.
Strength, right?
Yeah, of course not. You would never hope for something like that.
2d6 plus strength.
I would hope for triple his size.
Let's go.
Cool.
Nice.
You easily kick free of him and are out of reach of him. I suppose it's probably Malik's turn. Malik is just like, he doesn't know what to do. So he would probably be closest to Yulia and possibly want to help her. So he grabs one of the skeletons and tries to break its arm and does. But it kind of snaps and is like, he didn't break it off though. Not a very good roll. So let me skill 1. Cool. I would say it is Yulia's turn.
Okay. Let's try this again. Yulia is probably just not even thinking clearly enough to get any other weapons, so let's do another strength with the candelabra and just bash it.
Awesome. Yeah, cool.
9.
Nice.
9.
Cool. Roll me some damage.
That's a 2d6 or a 1d6?
2d6.
2? Okay.
Yep.
D6.
You guys are now in the 2d6.
9.
Nice. Hold on, I gotta look this up really quick. Got it. Cool. So this one. So you're probably beating on the same one Malik just hit, right?
Yes, I would assume so.
Cool. And he got. Okay. So sorry, I'm doing some quick math here. Cool.
The best kind of math.
Yeah. You hit him, and the arm that Malik had bent the other way totally flies off and lands across behind the cages of animals, never to be seen again, possibly.
Oh dear.
Cool. Gorath.
Gorath will see a skeleton on the ground before him and just go sledgehammer, but with a great sword.
Oh yeah, like this. Oh yeah.
11. Nice.
Cool. Damage me. Cool. Cool. So yeah, you cut off like you break some bones for sure, like, and I don't know if skeletons cry out in pain or anything, but he would. He was thinking it. Yeah, he speaks a language. He that he spoke in life that you probably wouldn't understand, but he can't speak. Apparently, it's always weird about skeletons. They know these languages that they can't say anything.
You have broken my arm, Gorath.
That's probably what it said. Yeah,
Skeletor, of course.
yeah, exactly. In some lost Hungarian type language.
Bloop, bleep, gloop, bleep, Gorath.
Yeah. Shit tons of umlauts in there.
What are those called? Diacritic marks?
Ooh, wow! I didn't know the term.
There is a term for it. I think
I'm
that's
sure.
right.
Okay.
Diacritic.
It sounds like an L. Ron Hubbard book to me, but whatever.
Diacritics. Yep. Haha! I was right.
That is funny.
It's like a branch off of Dianetics, Diacritics.
Diacritics.
L. Ron Hoover. Never mind. I'm a Frank Zappa fan.
Oh gosh. All right. I know Gorath just moved, but maybe Gorath could try to use the lighter, quote unquote lighter.
Does
Sure.
Yulia suggest this to Gorath?
I would imagine Yulia suggests this in a panicked tone while bashing her skeleton with a candelabra.
On my next turn, I will.
Nice. Gorath, not the sharpest tool in the shed, but a stickler for the rules. Fantastic.
As he should.
I think that should be canon for your character. I like this development.
You guys go first.
Cool. McMuffin.
McMuffin's going to I don't think he has his daggers he got unsheathed. Well, Silver Short Sword he got a while ago. Unsheathed. So he's going to yeah, I don't know if it takes a full turn to unsheath something.
No.
Would it?
No.
I wouldn't think so.
Nope.
Okay.
I'd say you'd have
so he's going to he's going to unsheath it and strike at the skeleton that attacked him.
Cool.
Or grab his ankles.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
8.
I don't think that hits.
Does it?
Roll me one more d6. Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. So because a skeleton is a skeleton, piercing damage would be not super helpful. So you stab right through his. But the cool thing is, so it's a nice silver dagger that you picked up from off the wall. Goes right through his chest plate and sticks in the ground. And so he's kind of stuck to the ground, which is cool. But yeah.
Doesn't McMuffin roll 2d6 for damage?
No, I'm saying
Oh, it's okay.
I'm giving him disadvantage because he specifically pulled out a knife to attack a skeleton.
Also a short sword, but still a piercing weapon.
Yeah, were you trying? I suppose I should have asked if you're piercing or bludgeoning.
I don't know how you bludgeon up a sword. Do you use the blunt end?
Yeah, just use the flat end, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
know.
are you swinging at him to like cut him down, or are you trying to pierce him and stab?
He's swinging to cut it down.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, then let's
He's
go with
swinging to cut down.
We'll go with your 8 then, and roll me some damage. Sorry, I thought it was you. You mentioned like I remember the dagger, not the short sword. So I was thinking you were trying to stab it with a. Stabbing it with a knife probably doesn't help for skeleton. Did you just you didn't roll that one? Roll is that the damage?
Perfect. I'm gonna use.
No,
2d6. That 1d6. No, that was just what you asked me to roll.
Yeah, no. What was the? I don't remember this. Where did you get the sword?
Remember when we got the slingshot and all of the other items from Neve and Mag's like small little resting spot where she was drinking tea? Mm-hmm. Second time. Mm-hmm. When we met her.
Cool.
Remember that?
Yep, I do.
Yeah,
I was just
remembering
remembering
I grabbed the silver short sword and the slingshot.
Yep, cool. Done. So yeah, roll me some damage. 2d6 and
plus my strength, plus my skirmish ability.
+1 because this is a +1 sword.
Oh, so whoa.
Sweet.
Okay, so that means it's 3 1s.
Yeah, you haven't used this before. That's why I was asking you. Not because I didn't believe you, but I was like, is this the sword you got from Neve and Mag? Yeah, nice. Love it.
Nice.
Cool.
Finally,
and that's the one that was on you. So cool. It is. You can see it trying to think and possibly failing to scream as well. Some things in Hungarian. A lot of umlauts. You can see the umlauts almost. Cool. So Malik is again, I'm assuming, closest to Yulia. He lashes out. He's just gonna. This time because he's attacking one with missing a forearm. He grabs the thing by the neck, braces with one arm, grabs his other arm, and just yanks it. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, and he pulls it right off. And then let's see, he got it right. Sorry, I'm so not used to rolling my own character's damage. I'm pretty bad at it. And this was, yeah, cool. It is. He pulls his whole arm off and he smacks him on the head with it. But the thing is still like, it's got half an arm and it is down on one knee, but it's still alive, sadly. But it has no arms. Which is pretty fun.
What a handy job you're doing.
No doubt. Oh, yeah. And he says that, and Malik, like, you can tell he's trying desperately not to roll his eyes. He's, like, not blinking. Doesn't say anything, though.
Well,
Yulia.
Wait,
again, I think.
What's that?
Are we adding strength damage?
Strength damage?
Are we adding strength to damage rolls?
No.
No. Okay.
Oh no. Then I do 11. My bad.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I thought you were doing skirmish, and I can't.
I
skirmish. Am. Okay.
But the +1 and +1 are from skirmish and from the sword itself.
Oh, cool. I thought you had.
I didn't know that you were.
I thought you had.
I didn't know we were not adding our dex.
Nope, no problem. So yes, so that skeleton has that. Okay, no worries. Yeah, so you have a +1 sword now, which is pretty cool. Silvery. It's made of silver, so like it's silvered, so it'd be good against vampires, maybe.
Hint, hint.
McMuffin is typing. And he looks right at the vampire, who is now desperately not trying to roll his eyes. His eyes look just like those eyes. Yulia, your turn.
Again, I think Yulia is just panic swinging, so let's do another swing.
Absolutely.
6, not so much.
Sorry. Yeah, so you swing.
You're not sorry, don't.
And the candelabra flies from your hand because it doesn't strike. You expect it to hit, and it does. He like moves quicker without, because he has no more arms. He's lighter, maybe, I don't know. And as you swing,
Uh-oh.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
No, it's super fun. He tries to kick you in the butt. Like, because he has no arms left. And he fails, critically fails, falls, and breaks his neck. His head rolls off. He totally critically failed on trying to kick you, which I think is funny. Couldn't break his fall.
Skeleton of the Black Knight.
Exactly.
Yep.
Couldn't break his fall with no arms. So he uses his head, and his head snaps and rolls. It rolls over to the animals, and whatever animals in the cage that it hits skreeks wildly.
The candelabra does?
No, the skeleton tries to, as you miss, he tries to kick you, misses you, swings wildly, tries to break his fall with his non-existent arm, and breaks his fall with his head. His head snaps away from its neck, thus killing him, and the head rolls over and hits a cage, freaking out the inhabitants of that cage.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Cages in it.
Is the candelabra still in Yulia's hands?
No, that had
no, I
flown
threw
as
it
well.
away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of her terrible roll.
Because of my terrible roll.
But
I was
hilariously,
going to say, that's a head turner.
that's a head turner. That's a head turner.
Yeah, head turn.
That's a real head turner.
Does McMuffin get a bonus for every one of his terrible puns? I mean, does that go into leadership?
I mean, he doesn't, because of his leadership, he doesn't get a negative thing.
Good.
All right. Taking the advice of Yulia, Gorath will pull out the bronze magic lighter, point it at the skeleton, and click the thumb.
Do you say anything cool?
I say,
Light them up if you got them.
You could have said, Waffle says, you're going to be neck deep in trouble. But dumb.
Wow. Wow. Wowzer.
I got a bone to pick with you.
Oh, there you go. Now we're on the skeletal humor. It's good. Yeah, nothing happens. Except you hear from the back of the room somewhere, Birdie burp fire.
Nice.
Well, I don't think this is working.
Worth a shot.
Gorath will just like while pointing the lighter, if it permits, he'll just with his other hand just grab the skeleton's skull and just like try and mash it into the ground.
Cool. Strength roll me.
It was like a distraction.
Very grapply. Okay, love it. Damage.
Damage. Will skirmish go into this? Like skirmish and slay bonuses?
Sure.
Nice.
Cool. That one. Which one was that? That was
one that I've already done 10 damage to.
Yep. So, how do you want to kill this one?
just like take its head and just right into the ground.
Yeah, so his skull literally just explodes into fragments, and you're just holding a neck that is like with like shaky little bones. It kind of sounds cool when they all clang together.
Gorath will enthusiastically clank all the bones.
Mm-hmm. it has all of a sudden like it's like there's like Tom Waits music in the background. It's really nice. Skull and Void. Nice. Is that where you are now Skull and Void? Is that what McMuffin's doing?
Yeah,
Skull and Void. I love it. Love that.
That one's actually
You're on a roll. You're on a roll.
That one is fun.
I don't know. I feel like if you have a leadership skill, all of your terrible puns should go into your bonus.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
God. I feel like leadership should be a little bit more appropriate. Maybe not with puns, but we'll figure it out.
So the one by Yulia is dead, right? That one killed itself, basically. So all of them are dead. Nice job. Skeletons, all gone.
Good job, everyone.
No more skeletons in the closet. Nice.
Are we all out of the closet now?
You are all out of the closet. No one is grabbing their ankles.
Oh dear.
There is. It is all good. The magic lighter thing is, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay. So we have no idea where the potential mirror doppelgangers have run off to. It doesn't look like they've been in the room, though.
Correct.
Okay. You said it had multiple smaller mirrors?
Mm-hmm. Inside? Yeah.
Yeah, in this room, particularly.
Did I say that?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought you did.
Or is it in the
that's
the
in the mirror plane.
Yeah,
those are in the.
Okay.
There's only the one large. It is boisterous. It is huge and like fancy.
I'm pretty sure I've already done this, but I'll go ahead and try again because I don't exactly remember what information we got. But I would like to take a moment to open my book and ask it about the nature of mirror denizens.
Mm-hmm. Mirror denizens meaning like, the bad guys.
Those creations. Yeah, yes. Well, I mean, just in general, the creations of the mirror plane. Mm-hmm. What qualities do they have? What... like a National Geographic page on mirror dwellers.
I mean, right. Can you ask the question? Can you put it in question form? Because that's kind of the book's thing. Like, you're asking it a question. It's not a mind reader.
Okay. How... And if somebody has a suggestion, let me know. How do the mirror plane... what's the word I'm looking for?
People?
We'll go with people.
Or doppelgangers? Do you want to specifically say like the
creatures? Yeah. How do the mirror doppelgangers travel the mirror plane?
Right. See, solid question. The book writes...
It's complicated.
No, it does not say it's complicated. For each soul from... This is what it's saying. Each soul from the material plane creates a doppelganger. And yeah, so the title of this page is Mirror Doppelgangers. It's in bold. It's like It's actually kind of fancy script. Each soul from the material plane entering the mirror plane appears to, and it specifically says appears to, create a doppelganger. I'm thinking about this. Let me just think for one sec.
No worries, I'm writing.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to think about how this would spell out. It would. The doppelganger is trapped in the mirror plane until it kills its original the original.
Oh.
And then it may come and go as it pleases into the material world. And vice versa. Except for, and the book would say, like, it can work the other way too, but obviously magic can work around this. Ergo, you get the sense from the text that, like, so it would make sense that normal humans can't travel by mirror, right? The doppelgangers can't travel by mirror either. But when they're created, if they kill you, then they can.
Oh, okay. So does this... Let me just make sure I understand. Does a creature or a person from the material plane have to enter the mirror plane before these doppelgangers are created, or do they just exist, and then if one crosses over, then the other has the opportunity to cross over as well, as long as they defeat their counterpart?
Are you asking if the original kills the doppelganger, then they can travel by mirror?
I guess I'm saying, do the mirror counterparts only come into being once the material counterpart passes into the mirror plane? Like, do they exist for everything on the other side, or do they only come into being once the... This is hard
I'm with
to
you.
explain.
No, I'm with you. I got
you know what I mean? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And the book would say the doppelgangers are created when the soul from the material world enters, not before.
Okay. So the only way that the mirror counterpart can enter the material world is if their material world counterpart is killed, or they kill that counterpart, and then they can move freely.
And the book says yes.
Okay. The book says yes. The book says ask again later.
You know, they could have just told us this instead of attacking us.
Well, they weren't our counterparts, though. I mean, they were the other... they were Cassius's and Charles's counterparts. We are assuming that. Might not be true, but that's what Yulia is certainly assuming. This doesn't bode well. I mean, that means that we have our own doppelgangers running around somewhere, and we need to be on the lookout.
Oh, God.
Because they have some motivation, yeah.
I would also
to kill us.
I would also point out there's a doppelganger Malik out there too.
Yeah, that's great. That's wonderful.
Imagine. I just see the doppelganger is actually a human.
The vampire doppelganger I'm very excited about.
I've got a
I'm sure you are.
I've got a retroactive question.
Wait. Continue, sorry.
For the book or me?
For Brian. Mm-hmm. When Yulia shot Charles, was there blood?
No.
No. Okay.
There was no blood.
Oh.
Second
question. I have a question then.
Shot a hole right through him, remember? Right?
Is there a doppelganger birdie?
That is a great question.
Or will we figure it out when we get there?
I guess the question is, does Birdie have a soul?
Mm-hmm.
I hope so.
Are you asking? Who are you asking? Is that out of game, or are you asking the book?
I was more so out of game.
Okay, yeah.
I don't feel like McMuffin would think that far ahead. He's just thinking about finding these two losers.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, Book, if I meet my mirror me, and then my mirror me wants to go out and party or something, can I use, my ability to travel the plane to let my mirror me out of the plane as well, like we did with those prisoners?
Wait, what?
Yes, I think what Gorath is asking is, could he shepherd his mirror me outside of the mirror plane?
Yeah.
Okay.
The book displays an ellipsis. ... And then writes, why would you do that? Literally, that's all it says. Question mark.
Well, I mean, I'm a pretty cool guy, and I like me. And if I met me, I'd want to hang out probably and go drink and party and maybe wrestle.
Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wouldn't you want to do that?
Are you asking the book a question?
Well, I mean, the book asked me a question.
Yeah. Yeah, no, your response. McMuffin, were you asking the book, wouldn't you want to do that?
He was just asking it generally, but the book can respond if it so pleases.
The book says no.
Wait, what was McMuffin's question?
Wouldn't you want to go do that? Go out and party with your doppelganger?
No. Book is a little sassy. We just learned that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Are the mirror people inherently bad?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. You're asking the book, I assume.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The book says doppelgangers is the mirror image of the person. If you're right-handed, the doppelganger is left-handed. If you're good, the doppelganger is evil.
Ah.
McMuffin thinks about that for a second and says, but, well, none of us are inherently good or evil, so does that just mean that they're going to do the exact opposite of what we do?
I'm trying to decide if the book would have an answer for this. The book says...
We're asking questions to
yeah. The book... The book, and you can tell this is written in slightly different form. Like it has it's more of it looks like it's boilerplate, and it just says, "That's a little meta."
Was that in character, or is that just
No,
what does meta mean?
That's the book. The book just said that. Yes. Mm-hmm.
What's meta mean?
Everyone is just confused for a second.
I almost feel as if I'm not real and I only exist within the imagination of some 30-year-old man.
Yulia asks the book, can the mirror people travel in the mirror plane differently than we can from the material world? For example, we have to go through mirror to mirror, and we can only have, it's only one. We can only travel from one side of the mirror to the other. Can mirror people travel outside of that rule? I'm sorry if that doesn't make any sense. We saw them go through this mirror, and yet they're not in this room that we entered, or at least it doesn't seem like they were.
The book would say it would answer your question and say, once anyone that can travel by mirror travels by mirror in the same way.
Okay.
And it would, your second partial question, it would say, mirror folk, or doppelgangers, or whatever we're going to call them, have special abilities, / magic.
Yeah, powers.
Powers, yeah. Including, and it would list a few.
Okay.
Now there's a bullet point list. A mirror burst of sorts, shards of glass emanating from them. The ability to, how to describe it? It would say, not bounce off, but teleport.
Reflect?
Yeah, reflect off of an existing mirror, almost
Okay.
that might look like a teleportation. And that's all it says. It's a short list. That's all the book
Okay.
does.
So maybe it looked like they came in here, but really they just bounced off.
Could be.
Interesting.
Interesting.
What was outside, Malik?
He says,
What?
It's like, I can smell the sea. It's very green.
The sea. I feel
Very
like we should
green.
go outside.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it dark out?
It's a good question. Let's see. It is, early evening. I'd say it is, like dusky. A little light. Sun's going down.
Is Malik gonna burn up?
No, there's no sunlight. The sun's like,
Okay.
it's like that twilight vibe outside. So you can see stuff.
Does
Yeah.
Malik sparkle?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. No, he doesn't.
No. Damn
Is
it.
that a thing? Did they
Okay.
do that? Did they do that in the movie thing? They sparkled
The
at
sparkle thing?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Alright. He doesn't. I want him to say, like, that's only teenagers.
All right. Well, I guess we don't have a lot else we can do. We have lost their trail. So, yeah. Yulia votes yes.
Same here.
All right.
Let's do
Well,
it.
question.
Let's do it.
Answer?
What animals are in the cages?
Oh, yeah.
You guys could figure that out if you were going to investigate them.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's investigate the cages and what kind of animals are even in there? Is it just a menagerie, lots of different kinds, or what?
Well, so do you guys want to split the group? Some people going outside? I just want to... Tell me what you want to do. We'll do that.
We can check the animals first.
Yeah. Yulia wants to investigate. Rolled an 11.
Cool. Yeah, so there's a bunch of different, like, creepy wood cages, right? Like, various animals. There's, like, there's definitely, like a large clay pot that you open, and there's a bunch of snakes in there.
Oh, wonderful.
There is a large jar of glass widows with little, holes poked in the top, and it looks like they've been eating themselves, which is interesting.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Um,
Do the animals... Sorry.
no, go ahead.
Go on.
No.
Do the animals look like they've been fed? I mean, do they look skinny or
They look very
sick or anything?
skinny.
Or
Yeah, but like,
okay.
it's a lot of. Excuse me.
Oh.
No,
What was that?
McMuffin just.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like they're not well fed. They're a little scurvy-ish looking, right? Like
Okay.
there's a lot of reptile-y ones. That, it's just general small animals of various state. Like there's definitely a bunch of cats. There's a number of cages with either ravens or cockatoos in there. Interestingly.
And it sounds like the apocalypse if the cockatoos are there. It just
Totally.
go on YouTube, look up cockatoo screaming, and just turn up your volume all the way up just
Yeah.
to get the full effect.
Yeah. So it's just various animals. Nothing remarkable except that they're caged and in here for some reason.
Okay.
Gorath will pull out the lighter and click it at one of the animals.
Right. Cool. You do so. You hear Birdie flipping.
Or birdie.
You just can't tell where he is now, but you can tell he's on the move.
Just
Stop doing that. You're scaring him.
But the other animals don't react.
No.
Okay.
Muffin's going to kind of look at the animals, and he says, "Can we like take them out of their cages? They don't look like they're really healthy, and I'd feel bad to leave them here." Then he looks at this black widows, but not those.
Mm-hmm.
I think Yulia's probably in the same boat as McMuffin. Like we can't just leave them here, can we?
We can have cats.
Do you know that when you have very hungry animals, they tend to try to eat the first thing they can get hold of?
We
Which
can
is-
like
In this case, either going to be themselves or ourselves.
They're cats and cockatoos. I highly doubt they're going to eat us.
Have you ever been bitten by a cockatoo?
He looks at Birdie, wherever he is in the room. He says,
That's a-
"Yes."
That's a
So I
toucan.
think I can handle it.
Is it different?
Um,
Toucans eat fruit. Cockatoos eat nuts that I can't even break.
not that toucan.
I think if we were careful about it, we might be able to let them go one at a time, maybe. I mean, I don't know if Yulia specifically has ever released an animal before, but just meta, they tend to bolt at the first opportunity. I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, I'd just as soon eat him, so this is your guys' thing.
McMuffin's going to just say, "Let's just release them." I'm pretty confident most of them will run away.
We should
I highly doubt any of them.
we should carry the cages, like out and release them there. I don't think it would work too well if we released them in here. Well, I mean, yeah.
It's ironic. Yeah, McMuffin kind of like already walked over to the cage full of cockatoos. He's kind of like he had his hands already on it, about to open it.
Yeah, I think we should try to release them outside rather than inside.
I'm gonna roll 1d2, and
Yeah,
I'm
do
gonna
it.
make a decision.
1d2. Go for it.
A D2.
What's one?
That's flipping a coin.
One is not opening it. Two
Oh,
is opening
well,
it.
okay.
Oops. Well, I opened the cockatoos while Yulia saying that.
The cockatoos all immediately fly out. One of them shits on you. I'm not going to lie.
Sounds about right.
And they fly all around the room. They're trying to fly through like windows, whatever. They're trying to get out.
Yulia will hurry over and open the door and try to get them to go out.
And they immediately all fly for the door and are long gone. You guys can, it's quite a nice night out, actually. McMuffin, for sure, you have it is a very familiar smell to you, the sea You can smell it immediately.
Smells like home. As he sort of looks at the cats. But let's take these fellas out.
Gorath draws his sword.
No,
Oh, right. Sorry. Misunderstood.
not what I meant.
Yeah, I think Yulia will go along and try to carefully release the animals and let them go
Is there a
outside.
dog?
There's no dog.
Oh, damn. McMuffin would absolutely try to befriend the dog.
Yep. Yulia is
cats.
definitely more of a cat person.
Some mangy cats. Yeah. Again, a lot of lizardy. There's a couple of fish, for sure, swimming in a
tank.
Yeah.
Oh, there's fish?
I could just
Yeah.
imagine fucking McMuffin just like opening the fish, thing and just like pouring them out on the step.
Be free! Are
He was
they-
drunk? Yes, but he's confident enough to know from sailors he wouldn't do that.
I mean, do they look like
Rather, he would
ocean
probably-
fish? Are
They
they
don't.
are they ocean fish? Oh dear, that's not good.
You recognize there's two different kinds of fish, and you recognize them both, McMuffin.
Okay. Muffin's kind of going to just like grab the container with the fish, and he sort of says like, okay, y'all two, I'm going to keep y'all until we find you a good owner.
It's really easy to keep an
I don't
aquarium on
worry
the go.
about that.
Very travel friendly.
Figure it
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll try and release the animals.
Cool. So you guys are probably taking them outside to do this?
Yes.
Cool. So everyone kind of pitches in. It's, you step outside with, like Malik is trying to get this done as soon as possible because he was just going to leave them. But he's like, yeah, it's not a bad idea. So you guys get all the cages that you can find and are sitting them outside. And do you just want to release them all?
In staggered, installments. You don't want to just but yes.
Possibly the prey of one before the ones that would get eaten by the other ones first, probably.
Right. Yeah.
So like birds before cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
cool.
I'm sure that plenty of these animals are probably not native to the area, but
We don't know what that is. What do you know what that means?
So McMuffin, when you step out, you definitely are like, I've been here before. And you look back at it's a completely like covered with like vines and just, it's an old dilapidated, like what looks like it probably was like part of a manor and the rest of it is just rubble. But this is like a section. You definitely remember seeing this as a kid, and you definitely recognize kind of the area. This was like the spooky part of town that the kids, you as kids, you went like on dares and things, but you were all kind of scared of this area. It always had a creepy vibe. You remember your aunt DLT telling you kids, you should avoid this place.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm writing them down.
But you definitely figure out that you guys are in his flip.
is this something that Yulia or Gorath would remember, or is it only something that McMuffin would recognize?
This is only McMuffin.
Okay. Does he let us know?
Muffin sort of looks at the group and says, "Don't y'all remember where you're at? The best place ever.
Hissy fit.
His fillet."
Right.
And that's where we'll end tonight.
Interesting. The plot thickens. This is some confusing crap, Brian.
I know, I'm sorry.
Mirror world thing.
I know.
I'm trying to write it down. Like, okay, what? Okay.
I mean, you guys. It was good that you asked the book because, like, it's really hard not to just to explain it to you.
Right.
Literally, the book just did. That's kind of
Yep. The book is nice to have. Don't get me wrong. That's it's useful. We just need to remember to use it a little more often.
It has
All right.
specific knowledge, just so you know. That's why sometimes it doesn't answer, right? Like, just so that's not confusing, but it has specific knowledge.
Nice. No, that's definitely a good thing to have. I'm happy we picked that up.
And I realize it's going to be very confusing, but like this was all. I'm not just making it up. This was always part of the deal.
I mean, you are technically making it up, but
Yes.
you planned it out ahead of time.
Yes, where you are is in Histfullet.
Does Birdie come with us?
That's a good question. Well, but where are you going?
I don't know. I feel like
Just.
Well,
I mean,
we've all
outside
been
for
stuck
now.
outside,
Yeah,
right?
just outside
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah, Birdie is scared of you guys right now.
I mean,
Oh, poor demonic toucan.
You still haven't seen
Muffin
him.
will
He's
definitely come
hiding.
back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So mark that on your sheet. Find Birdie.
I feel like it's been a little while since we've rested. Do we want to just kind of chill for a bit? I don't think that we have any of our, camping stuff, but we might just, I don't know. Do we have bedrolls or anything?
I sure don't.
I don't think so.
Good question.
Gorath, make us a tent.
Like
And
all
just-
times.
For the record, you guys, I know it seems like it's been forever, but this was all one day. The last two sessions. And it is only, remember, you guys left during the day to split up and go through the mirrors. You spent the day battling all sorts of things. And it is now night. So, yeah, you guys are probably tired.
All right. And that, we can pick up next time, but that certainly gives Yulia the opportunity to try to heal. Gorath, I don't think you took any damage at all, did you?
I
took a
did
couple.
from you.
Oh, okay.
You were the only thing that damaged me.
Classic.